Hello and welcome to another episode of SD Person of Interest, a show that will bring you the best in the industry, persons who have done excellently well and performed with exemplary excellence in their place of work. Today, we're privileged enough to have the legend herself, Suzanna Owiyo. Welcome to the show, Suzanna.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
It's a sad day that we are meeting here at SD, considering what has happened in Africa. We have lost a legend, Oliver.
Of course.
What is your opinion on what's your message to the other artists in Africa at large?
It's a sad moment, and of course, the Africa music fraternity has lost an icon. I'm talking about one of the greatest voices ever. One of the unique voices. It's a big loss for the African music industry. And of course, Oliver was known for his distinct sound, and his music, cuts across. It's not only for Zimbabweans, but of course, he's loved in Kenya, he's loved in Uganda, all over the world. So that is, that's a big achievement. And to me, I've lost, of course, a friend, I've lost a brother. We were more like a family, yeah. So, yeah.
You're one of the few artists in Kenya who managed to interact widely with Oliver. Paint a picture for our audience. How was it like, work-life ethics, and how he approached music as art, and how he carried himself? The Oliver that people read and the Oliver that you knew.
Actually, I would say off stage, he's this humble, approachable, but with a lot of wisdom.
Yes.
There's so much, like the few minutes, if you spend like 5 minutes of his time, you get out with quite a lot. There's so much to learn about him. It's totally different from the Oliver on stage. The Oliver on stage is energetic and versatile. When he plays that guitar, and the movements, wow. It is. And what I know, having interacted with him a couple of times, one of the things he used to emphasize on is, the direction of African music, and especially what our youth is listening to, what our youth is playing, what our youth are recording, To him, he was so passionate about his roots. And you can, of course, tell that from his style of music. Of course, the world is revolving. We all, it's evolving. Let me say it's evolving. It doesn't mean you borrow a lot. You borrow everything from the West, because if we don't play our African music, our African sound, there's no one who will do it for us. So it was one of his concerns. He was so passionate about promoting the African roots. To him it meant a lot. Yeah.
Speaking of that music, the African uniqueness that you shared, is that one of the components that united you to Oliver, considering that he was true to his music, to his culture, to his roots, where you came from, because you as Suzanna Owiyo, you also true to the Afrofusion component that you do, very authentically you. Is that the component that combined you as two artists from different parts of the world to form that unique bond that you have?
I believe what made us connect, if you ask me, I think, was one of the things. I remember the first time I met Oliver was, I had my guitar, we were in a studio here at home, in Kenya, and he was having an interview at the same studio. I was also having an interview at the same studio. So we met, and what he asked me, wow, you play guitar, lovely, what's your name? Like, So we clicked, and when we went in, we just jammed, and if you ask me, the rest is history. So it all started from, I think, that interest, knowing the fact that there's this female artist who can even play guitar. He saw something unique in me, and the fact that I also sing in my native language, because not that I don't speak English or I can't sing in English or I can't sing, somebody, they'll do it, I can't do it better than them. So I would rather stick to what I know, what makes it's dying. So you find that people like Oliver, people like the late Hugh Masekela, for example, the late Maria Makeba, they worked so hard to put the African music on the world platform,
Finally, about Mtukudzi, if I could ask you, what is the favorite song that you heard him sing or you saw him perform that you feel this touched enough for me or worked for me? What do you believe is the best song that you can pick from all the albums? 67, I suppose he was working on his 67th album. From all the songs that he did, which one can you pick that says, this for me is a piece of Oliver?
Oh, Todi, Zenze, what shall we do? What shall we do? Oh, Todi. That was my first song. Like the first song I saw Oliver perform. That was in 2001, if I'm not wrong, in South Africa, when I'd gone for Kora Awards. Was it 2002? Kora Awards, yeah. That was then. I had not known who this Oliver is, but just watching him on stage, I just got, I just loved his music. Yeah.
You managed to visit Zimbabwe, I think in 2020.
A couple of times.
Yes.
I've been there, in and out. Yeah.
How was your reception there, considering you're a Kenyan artist? Was it the same? Did your expectation matched by the vibrancy of music there?
Of course, for Zimbabwe, of course, Oliver is a big name in Zimbabwe. And he had organized, I remember 2 occasions. One was, there was a concert, he was calling it Oliver with Friends. So he organized a concert at his art center called Pakarepai. So I was a guest, I was there just doing a solo performance. So, of course, anybody who connects with Oliver, if you ask me, the Zimbabwean, of course, they believed it's somebody serious, somebody they would like to be keen to and listen. Of course, so it opened doors for me. I had never been to Zimbabwe before, but the fact that I got an invite from Oliver, so there was that connection.
Speaking of Kisumu itself, for you, let's speak about your music. You're actually very deeply rooted in where you come from. Of course, Kisumu itself, very big, I think, in a large aspect. So let's speak about your choice in what you do. Is it a cognitive understanding that I need to be who I am, I need to produce this kind of music that defines Suzanna Owiyo as an artist? That your home defines what you're doing now? That you decided on yourself that I'm going to sell my culture, my place, where I come from, to define my music? Because there's hip-hop, there is R&B, there is banger, there's everything else that would be been done, but you chose that defines Afrofusion. That's what you call it.
I don't know if I would call it a fusion, but I would say my inspiration is, comes from, of course, where I come from, my people, my culture, there's the Bengai aspect of it. There's the Benga, there's the roots, the deep-rooted Nyatiti. My grandfather used to play Nyatiti, so there's also that aspect of tradition, deep-rooted traditional sound. I believe fine when I was getting into the industry. Of course, I knew I had a voice, but this voice, after singing with several bands in Nairobi when I was just starting my career, I asked myself why, I'm getting into this industry and how do I want to be known? What will make me penetrate, like the industry, I would want something, to just be me, So I said, fine, if we have female singers who have sung in their native language, why not me sing in Luo? What's the problem? I'd want to market that. I'd want to, carry that, because I'm proud. The Luo, I sing in Luo because it's who I am. It's actually about me. So, and to me, music is, like I say, it's always a common language that we speak in common, irrespective of if it's whatever language, but somehow people get to understand. It's unique in itself. So I decided to just sing in my native language because I would say it's about who I am, and I believe in my culture. I just believe in myself, and my people, and I need the world to know this Luo music, about the people, about the culture, because of course every music must have a message. So I always try my best to explain whenever I'm on stage to an audience that doesn't understand. I don't need to explain each and every song. There's a way we normally do it.
Many people actually preach the Kisumu 100 as you're starting. How did it feel for your first? As now you are big as an artist. You performed in Norway.
I'm Suzanna.
You're Suzanna.
When you say big, my God.
From everywhere. But that Kisumu 100 is a song that people can listen and point and say, that is Suzanna Owiyo. That guitar string, that is Suzanna. How did you feel when you were starting up? That taste of success as it started. Did you see yourself here as now in 2019?
No, in fact I was so nervous, I remember. And that was in 2001, if I'm not wrong. Was it one? When Kisumu was celebrating its 100 years centenary. And so I had to perform in front of these, the three head of state, Tanzania, Mkapa, Benjamin Mkapa, former Tanzanian president, of course our former president, Moi, and Museveni. I was there with my guitar, and I'm like, okay, how will I be received? They've never heard about me. But when I played in that stadium, and what made, in fact, what even, the Boda Boda guys just went wild, because I sang about Boda Boda. There's nothing good like touching on somebody, like whatever you do, if I touch on what you like, fine. The Boda Boda people felt recognized that much that day.
Do you think that is what the Kenyan or the current artists are missing? That point of connection. They are not connecting with the people, their audiences. That you found yourself in 2001 or 2000.
I think, how can I say it? In fact, in my years when we were starting, it was very difficult to get into the market. When I say there was minimal exposure. But you find that now artists are spoiled for choice. There's so much, there are many platforms you can sell yourself, But as you had to knock doors, you had to, I don't know, you know what I mean? Huh? Yeah? No, it was hard. It was hard, but when I look at the music industry now, it's grown. When we were starting, there were few producers, few producers, few recording studios.
Think about your explorations what you've done as an artist. You won several awards. You visited among them Paris, that is Evaluance for Research. You were in Fest 3, Pan-African Festival in Brazzaville. 204, you were in Festival Mondial, Netherlands.
All that.
The 205, you were in the Corporate Council of Africa, Baltimore, Maryland. 207, you were in Oslo, Norway. 208, you were in London for Mandela's 90th birthday. That's amongst the many that were picked.
Just believe in me. It's been just being like perfecting your art. When you believe in yourself, you perfect it. But what I want to say, it's been a great experience sharing platform with amazing musicians all around the world, and also getting to meet international public figures courtesy of the same music. I started as a dancer. I'll give you a story. A dancer, just a dancer. I used to dance Dombole Soul. I'm a good dancer. I used to be called the Kofi Girls. Wow. Then. In bikers. So when I decided to go solo, like to sing, and one of the things I learned after attending a couple of festivals, I told myself, I think I'm playing music for a reason, for a purpose. There's a reason why I'm playing this music. Fine, it's for entertainment, but deep inside there's a lot. So I looked beyond. It's entertainment, yes, but through entertainment there's a way you can tailor it to pass a message. And so I've been vocal on girl child education. Of course, in 2013 I got designated as UNEP ambassador, so which I still, of course, to date. And I have a project of food-based production, so it's music with a purpose, and I enjoy doing that,
Family?
Yeah, family, of course. I have a daughter. Yeah. She's 16 now.
I would like you to take a moment for our viewers, for SD and the entire KTN family, every person who will be watching this, to speak a word. Maybe they look at you and say, that is the person I emulate. That is the person I want to be. She's done so much for the industry. She's true to herself. I want to be where she is in the next year. What do you have to say to them?
Well, mine is to thank them. I want to thank everybody for being there. They've all supported me, from the time I started Zoom 100. I meet some of you. I meet some of you who tell me, like, Suzanna, I started listening to you when I was age, I don't know, 10 years, My mom used to play your music when I was small. I'm like, okay. Then I look at myself, I'm like, okay, wow, this is a step. It's an achievement when I meet the young people out there and they tell me, my mom used to play your music, my dad used to play my music, your music. But all I have to say is, of course, in everything that we do, what matters is passion. You have to believe in what you do, because that's how you can get to another level. Yeah. Every door is open. If one is closed, don't fear to knock another one. You'll always have your space somewhere. No matter what industry you are in, be it music, anything that you do, just know that believe in yourself. First, you must believe in yourself, and everything will just fall in place. You can't, you can't just sit back and wait to be fed. Go out there, do something. That's what I can tell them. You do something with yourself. You have your hands, you can walk, you can talk. You have it all in your hands. So it's high time you do something. The world needs you. If we want to live to live in a better place, a conducive environment for everyone, let's not stop whining. Let's do something. Yeah.
Good plans for 2019?
So much. So it's January. I'll keep them coming. Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Would you mind giving just a tune of Kisumu and I think it will be so painful
to live without singing that song.
Wow. To be certain to our viewers.
Ayae tera diane Kisumu. Ayae tera diane Kisumu. Kisumu ber Kisumu. Etera diane Kisumu. Degaido tera winam tera diane Kisumu. Aido meli tera wigo tera diane Kisumu. Boda boda.
Etera diaba Kisumu. Ayae etera diane pacho. Ayae etera diane pacho.